Exactly the right time. Today, lifestyle contributor Jill Martin is here to fill us in on Caribou. Good morning to you.
Hi, guys. Well, good morning. And I saw your story earlier on Thanksgiving, so this comes at such a great time because we are all spending so much time on video calls. And I met a woman who is trying to shake them up by reinventing the entire video chat experience. Take a look.
Do you see the squirrel? Check him out.
We're hearing from a lot of our users that this is how they're going to celebrate the holidays together. We can't recreate the dinner table, but we can help recreate grandma getting on the couch with the grandkids and reading them a story.
Max Tuckman is taking the family video chat to the next level.
Tell me about Caribou. Explain it to someone who hasn't heard about it yet.
Regular video calls are just not engaging. The child gets very unfocused and bored and leaves. And so what Caribou does is it combines that video call with an in-app library where we have thousands of books in 10 different languages. We have coloring sheets. We have games that we just launched, so two players can match up memory cards. We have puzzles.
You have background in teaching, so how did that play into this?
I was a 12th grade teacher here in Miami, and it was really very frustrating, to have 18-year-olds who could read on a 5th grade reading level. And that's not just where I taught. That is happening across the country.
Max got her MBA in public policy at Harvard and went on to serve as manager of education projects under New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg and as a White House fellow under President Obama.
I think a lot of times one of the biggest reasons why things don't work is because the system is incredibly complicated. So my goal was always understand the system so that I can use the system for good.
I thought it was really beautiful how this idea came about.
We found a picture of a soldier who was trying to read a children's book to his daughter, and you see his laptop. You see him with a humongous children's book. You're like, well, he can't be having a good experience, right? Because he's looking this way. And then the child can't be having a good experience because it's a tiny little camera on a laptop. There's cars literally driving themselves on the road. And this is the best technology we have for families.
With $700 in her bank account, Max pitched her idea dozens of times and quickly won or became a finalist in more than 30 competitions, earning over $100,000 in prize money to launch Caribou.
A lot of people sitting home right now are saying, I have this idea, how do I get it started? And you didn't have millions of dollars sitting in your bank account.
This was just too good of an idea, and I just wasn't gonna let it die because less than 2% of women, less than 2% of Latinas, and less than 2% of companies based in Miami get VC funding. So I was like, I'm gonna make this work.
Since then, Caribou has raised over $3 million. And unlike so many other companies, the business really skyrocketed when the coronavirus pandemic began.
When the pandemic hit, at that point, over almost 1 billion children across the globe were out of school. We ended up kind of expanding globally. We're now in over 200 countries and territories. We ended up with a ton of new publishers that reached out to us and said, we'd love to have our books on your platform.
So you're up 10 times from where you started pre-pandemic. What's next for Caribou?
I always say global domination is next.
I like it.
Working on it every day. But yeah, I just want to make sure that Caribou is in more and more children's hands so that they can have these amazing, interactive, engaging, educational video calls with their friends and family.
So great. And your first call for Caribou is free. After that, subscriptions are $9.99 a month or $99.99 for a year, and this comes at the perfect time.
Such a great idea. Mom, if you're watching, I think the kiddos would like that.